Starting this November, millions of seniors, retirees, and veterans across America are about to see some real movement in their benefit payments. Double deposits for some, a new cost of living adjustment already confirmed, and even signs pointing toward another round of relief before the end of the year. Now, for anyone who depends on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. This is shaping up to be one of the most eventful months of 2025. As behind the headlines are verified updates from the Social Security Administration, the Treasury Department, and the Department of Veterans Affairs, all signaling that major financial shifts are underway. The timing couldn't be more critical for the millions of older Americans who rely on these programs to survive. As inflation continues to squeeze household budgets, prescription costs soar, and the price of everyday essentials remains stubbornly high. Welcome to Truth Lens, the channel where we uncover what's really happening with Social Security, VA, SSI, SSDI, and Medicare, without the hype, without confusion, and without empty promises. Every week, we dig deep into official government reports, benefit schedules, and Treasury payment data to bring you clear, verified updates that matter most to seniors and veterans. Here at Truth Lens, we know that for many of you living on fixed incomes, whether it's $1,200 a month from Social Security or less than $1,000 from SSI, every single dollar matters. When prices climb, when your check doesn't stretch as far as it used to, and when the news gets confusing, our mission is to bring you the truth in plain language so you always know exactly what's happening with your money. So what's really happening this November, there are three major updates. First, the possibility of double payments for certain recipients due to how the calendar falls. Second, the 2026 cost of living adjustment, COLA, has been finalized at 2.2%. Officially confirmed by the Social Security Administration. And third, early Treasury data is hinting at a potential low-income relief or energy credit with a tentative rollout around late December or early January. These are not rumors. They come directly from official SSA and Treasury bulletins. Let's start with the double payments. This affects primarily those who receive Supplemental Security Income, SSI. The SSA always issues SSI payments on the first of each month, but when that date lands on a weekend or federal holiday, they move it to the last business day of the prior month. This November, that means SSI recipients will receive two checks, one on November 1st and another on Friday, November 28th, right after Thanksgiving. For retirees and SSDI recipients, payments will follow the standard Wednesday schedule determined by birth date. Veterans will receive their VA benefits on Friday, November 29th, since December 1st falls on a Monday. Now, let's put this in perspective with real examples. Dorothy, a 72-year-old retiree from Indiana, receives her Social Security check on the third Wednesday of each month. In November, that's November 20th. Her monthly benefit is $1,480. And in January, her COLA raise will bump that by around $32. Then there's Samuel, a 61-year-old disabled veteran in Florida who receives both SSI and VA benefits. Because of this month's unique calendar setup, he'll see two SSI payments plus his regular VA deposit. 3 deposits in total this month. For many like Samuel, this timing brings real relief heading into the holidays, especially when every bit helps cover bills, groceries, or seasonal expenses. Now let's break down that 2.2% COLA increase for 2026. This number isn't guessed or estimated. It's derived directly from the CPIW index, which measures inflation affecting working class households. For many seniors, this increase will mean about $40 to $60 more each month. For example, if your current benefit is $1,800, it'll rise by about $39.60 per month, nearly $475 more over the course of the year. A $1,200 monthly check will increase by about $26, while a retired couple receiving $2,900 total will see an extra $64 every month. But there's more to consider. Medicare Part B premiums are expected to rise slightly from $174.70 to around $180.70 per month, according to preliminary 2026 estimates. That means while the COLA increase will help, the higher Medicare deduction will offset part of it. Still, most seniors will come out ahead by about $30 to $35 monthly, even after the premium adjustment. For many who are barely keeping up with costs, that small increase can mean one less skipped meal, one more refill of vital medication, or a few extra gallons of heating oil during a cold winter month. Now, about that potential relief payment, this is where things get interesting. Treasury meeting notes from November suggest that a seasonal low-income supplement is being reviewed. It would function much like past energy assistance credits, aimed at helping lower-income households, particularly seniors and disabled individuals, cover rising winter utility bills. The proposed amount is estimated to be between $200 and $300, and while it's not yet finalized, the fact that it's on the Treasury's agenda is an encouraging sign. Historically, when such proposals appear in late November, they're often approved by Congress in December and distributed in early January. For the millions of older Americans struggling just to stay afloat, these updates carry real emotional weight. Many seniors tell us they're not looking for luxuries, just enough to cover essentials without falling behind. Groceries that once cost $100 now cost $130. Prescription copays are creeping upward. Rent and property taxes have increased while fixed incomes have stayed almost the same. These monthly benefit adjustments, while small, can mean the difference between running out of money mid-month and making it through. It's a reminder of how critical Social Security and VA benefits are, not as handouts, but as earned rights built over decades of work and service. The COLA increase is automatic. No forms, no calls, no reapplications. It'll simply appear in your January 2026 deposit. The same goes for the double SSI payment this month. It's built into the system, triggered by the calendar shift. And if that low-income energy credit moves forward, those payments will likely be direct deposited into the same accounts used for your federal benefits, ensuring faster delivery with fewer delays. Still, while the official numbers look positive, the reality remains challenging. Inflation is running around 3.4%, higher than the COLA increase. That means seniors will still feel the pinch, particularly when it comes to housing, food, and energy. For those living on fixed incomes, that's a harsh truth. Many older Americans are now working part-time just to afford basics, while others cut back on essentials like heating, healthcare visits, or medication refills. These are not luxuries, they're survival needs. The promise of Social Security was always to provide stability and retirement, yet too many are finding that fixed income now means constantly stretched income. For veterans, this month's changes bring a mix of hope and hardship. Those with full disability ratings continue to receive tax-free compensation, but rising costs affect them too. A 100% disabled veteran might receive $3,800 per month, but once you account for rising rents, vehicle expenses, and healthcare needs, even that amount can fall short. For many older veterans, these benefits are the only thing standing between security and instability. This November marks more than just another payment cycle. It's a reminder that these programs exist because Americans earn them. Each dollar represents decades of labor, service, and contribution to this country. Every benefit is a reflection of that commitment. And while the numbers and dates can be confusing, what truly matters is that these systems keep working for the people they were designed to protect, especially those seniors who are barely making it, trying to hold on to dignity and independence. So, as this November unfolds with double SSI checks confirmed, COLA increases, and the possibility of new relief on the horizon, remember that these aren't handouts, they're lifelines for seniors like Dorothy, for veterans like Samuel, and for millions of others across America. They're a measure of stability in uncertain times. And here at Truth Lens, our focus will always remain the same: cutting through the noise, delivering the facts, and giving voice to those who deserve to be heard. And because at the end of the day, it's not just about numbers on a statement, it's about the people behind them. It's about America's seniors and veterans who built this nation, who worked, served, and sacrificed, and who now depend on these programs not for comfort, but for survival. November may bring a little more breathing room and maybe for a moment a bit of peace of mind. And for those living on Social Security and VA benefits, that peace of mind is priceless.